Let me briefly introduce you to the big megatrend from storytelling, which we wrote about when we worked at the Copenhagen Institute for Future Studies, the Dream Society, to my story, which is all about my life. To give you an example, we were working with a group of editors who was fearing for the future of the newspaper with good reason, and we interviewed a lot of young people. So what would it take for you to buy a newspaper? And they said, no, we're not going to do that. You know, we get our news from everywhere else. And then we pushed them hard. Please, could you tell us what would it take for you to buy a newspaper nevertheless? And then one of them said to us, well, if I could have my own picture on the front page every day, then maybe I would consider buying a newspaper. So that for me is a great example of this, about my story, how powerful it is. And when we don't see ourselves in a setting, well, it's not really relevant. So in the future we will have, basically it will be scarce to see anything that has not been tailored to me. I just had a meeting with my colleague who's a little overweight, and it's not Anne. And he actually bought himself a scale, which is then communicating with the internet. And I asked him, you've lost a lot of weight, haven't you? And he said, well, actually it has stagnated the last few months. Come with me and see, Lisa. And we looked at the internet and I could see the graph, because he doesn't have just a scale measuring himself every day. No, he has a scale that is taking his pulse, that is taking his measurement and posting it, his and his wife, to the internet. And then it's not just a scale, it's my story. Does it cost you a lot of money in order to create my story for your clients? Well, not necessarily. I met a guy at a hotel and he really wanted to know, had people been visiting before? And he didn't have the money for a big database sorting that out. And he just had the agreement with the guy opening the taxis and opening the cars, that he should ask people, have you been here before? And if they said yes, he would then lift his hat, and the receptionist would say, he's lifting his hat. And then when the guest would come into the reception, he would say, welcome back, it's so great to see you all again. So it doesn't have to be that expensive, but it will be indispensable in the future to think about people feeling that they are a part of the story. Good luck with it.